Well, good morning. To those of you who are watching, I'm going to start calling you my road crew community, not just my members, but any of you who choose to show up and watch these videos. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about where I want things to go, and I'm going to be trying to make more videos because I think the real value of using this medium, this format, YouTube and whatever, for the time being is to bring calm, to bring focus, to bring strength, confidence, peace, and powerful information. And I believe in who we are as human to navigate anything. So we're going to take a deep breath. I'm going to give you the 3 things I think that you should start doing now to prepare for the future that are long-term plans, and I will see you on the other side. Well, for those of you who are new or have been around a while, you'll know 18 Crossroad is where I have my store and my membership site. And I'm instituting some changes. I don't know that the internet's even going to be around, so I am condensing the membership up through August at this point, so I am going to be adjusting the price as it goes. I'm also going to start talking more about the ebooks, the workbooks I've written, because I think that, as you'll see in a moment, why it's so powerful to download that information now. Everything I do for you is designed to make you stronger, more capable, more ready to take on whatever comes our way. I'm not promising safety and security and comfort. I am promising strength, confidence, and the certainty that you can navigate anything, because I believe in who you are as human. So we're going to take a deep breath. This was our break, and rejoin the rest of our video. All right, so there's 3 things right now that I think are super important to start to focus on. The first one is to start growing food. If you can't grow a garden right now, then figure out how to do container gardening. If you can't grow any food, figure out how you can participate in the food production process, whether that's making compost, whether it's building containers, whether it's creating watering systems, whether it's food preservation. Find a way to participate actively in the food production process. What can you bring to the party? When it comes to the fact, if you're not used to gardening, if you followed me, you'll know what a nightmare my experience has been. I highly suggest you focus on just a few things for this first year and getting through. One of the things that I found is the best and the most obvious is zucchini. It's pretty easy to grow. It produces a lot. And if you let it stay on the vine, it gets really big. So it provides more food, and you can make a ton of things from zucchini. If this is your first year, the reality of you being able to produce enough food to get you across winter is probably pretty small. That's a complex process to understand all the nuances, but wherever you are, whatever your skill set, wherever your resources, I highly suggest you start thinking about what you can do to participate in the production of your own food. The second thing I'm going to highly suggest that you start doing is stop throwing things away. I was getting ready to toss some old clothes. I've been pulling, things out to downsize, and I decided, well, I'll look in that bag one more time. And in it was an old raincoat, and it occurred to me, and I've been doing this throughout this whole process, is that this is a lot of really quality material. The knee had gone out on one of my pairs of pants, and I thought, oh, this would make a great patch. So your stuff, start looking at it in a new way. Can you repurpose it? Can you share it with somebody who needs something? Or can you use it for barter? As we see this economic crash coming around us, people aren't going to stop needing things. We're going to see more local community exchanges, and that will be sharing, bartering, trading, things like that. I cover that quite extensively in my little Just Walk Away book. I suggest, for $4.95, it's a great start for you to just think about things in a new way. It's based on what my experiences have been, living like what many of you may be living like in the future. So stop throwing things away unless they're really gross. Can you reuse, repurpose? Can you share? Or can you barter? The third thing that I'm going to suggest that you start doing as soon as possible is start building up your offline library. So downloading PDFs, downloading audios, downloading videos, getting them off the cloud, off the internet, and then taking that next step is moving them into a format where you can access them. And if you don't have a printer, finding somebody who has a printer and you can maybe trade or barter. If you do have a printer, then that puts you in a powerful position that you can offer to print things for other people. But there are so many books online, and I'm going to start adding those books to my members over at the membership site at 18 Crossroad for you to download. So I've been collecting those PDFs for a long time, old, dentistry books, surgery books, things like that. So that will be available for my members, so you don't have to go around and hunt them. I'll be adding them over the next month or so. But if you do not have a built-up library of information, it's not enough to just put it into digital form. You want to get it printed, and then you want to take those printed pages and you want to streamline them into the pertinent information. So you don't need all the details, you just need the formulas. You'll see that on some of my free downloads over at 18crossroad.net. I have the oral rehydration solution. I have the Dicon sterile solution. What I've done with that is I've taken all the data and I've compiled them into one page for you. What I've been calling my Book of Wisdom, that's going to be my area of focus, is to really start figuring out what we need to have for information that's valuable, because at a gut level, I think the internet might be going away in the near future. So those are my top three. I'm going to say thank you for taking this time with me. I'm going to say take a deep breath, and we can do this. As scary as uncertainty is, I can tell you, having already lost everything, I've been through this process that a lot of you may be entering into. And it's really hard. But I will also tell you that it brought me things on the other side I never knew could be so good. So it's about getting through the discomfort and the uncertainty. It doesn't mean that everything's not going to be okay. It's just going to probably look very differently than you imagined it could or would be. And that isn't always a bad thing. So we're just going to have a lot of faith. We're going to trust. We're going to be our own community. We're going to put links and resources in the comments for other people who want to look for information so they can build up their library, they can figure out how to grow food, or they can understand the bartering process if it's not something that you've been engaged in. It's very different than in the movies. So with that, deep breath, my friends. I'm right here with you. We're going to get through this, whatever future unshakes and unfolds. And I, hopefully, will see you next time.